course, he's been here before, Sean O. Peterson. We're looking here is Trinity College. Trinity College was founded by Elizabeth I in 1592 on the site of a West Augustinian monastery. Trinity is foremost among the great seats of learning in Ireland today. Jonathan Swift, Oscar Wilde, Samuel Beckett all attended Trinity. And we're going to go in and see the Book of Kells. There you go, Megan.
It's called the Brazen Head, and it dates back to 1198. Well, nowadays, the service to help the patient with alcohol. It is unfortunate for those patients seeing that you have just ruined Europe, just like the world. And you can just imagine there trying to...
Is that it's easier to tell the truth when you're wearing a mask, when you're not yourself?
This is Oliver Cromwell, after he had won the English contest between Parliament and the King, and Charles I had been executed. Cromwell came to Ireland. He instituted a military campaign, particularly remembered for the massacre at Drogheda in September 1649.
These two huge mustard-colored cranes, the biggest in the world, are nicknamed Samson and Goliath. Then they rise like skyscrapers above the harbor as a reminder of the town's shipbuilding might. And the H&W stands for Harlem and Wolff, who built the Titanic.
The Belfast-built RMS Titanic of White Star Line sank on the 15th of April, 1912. The female figure of Taine looks down at two sea nymphs rising from the waves with the body of a drowned seaman in their arms. The names of the dead include the ship's designer, Thomas Andrews, and her doctor, John Simmons.
There's the Europa Hotel, deemed by many the most bombed-out hotel in Europe. This is going to be Brent's drink. Bless. Sure, Brent. Titanic's initial embarkation was Liverpool, when it came to Queenston, where the ship was anchored, and two tenders brought out 123 passengers and nearly 1,400 sacks of mail. cartoon is captioned the act of Britain's merced piracy, the sinking of the Lusitania, the Cunard liner's final plunge.
On May 7, 1910, the Cunard liner Lusitania was torpedoed 16 miles off the old head of Kinsale, 25 miles west of Queenstown. Of the 2,000 people on board, 1,200 died. Those who survived were brought to Queenstown and Kinsale by rescue vessels and cared local hotels and hospitals.
The Lusitania sank in just 300 feet of water. Read it.
Clonmacnoise, at the historic crossroads of Ireland, stands amidst the meadows of the sons of Nosh in the Irish Midlands.
Measures changes in the seasons, but they always fear that their gods might forget them, and that the winter sky would continue to get darker and colder until the whole world descended into frozen blackness.
And it happens sunrise, when the sun rises in the southeast, shines across the valley, through the roof box which is on top of the entrance there. This sunbeam shines directly down the passageway and totally illuminates the whole burial chamber for 17 minutes. And some people believe that those 5 spirals represent the movements of the sun on the 5 shortest mornings. Now the tri-spiral here on the left-hand side, from the inside out, all the lines go anti-clockwise.
Burial tomb?
It's a mound.
Burial mound? Yeah, how did they find it originally?
In 1699, one of the landowners wanted to build a road, and he sent somebody out to survey this area over the hill, and they found that stone, and they had come upon something very special.
In 1690, this passive river, known as the Boyne River, is the scene of one of the most decisive battles in English history. Yet it was conducted here in Irish soil. Let's learn more about this. This valley, where William's troops defeated James II's troops, and for over 300 years asserted the rule of the British over the Irish. The Battle of the Boyne. We leave the Wellington Arms for the Trim Castle. St. John's Castle. This is the largest Norman castle in Ireland. This movie was made here, Brent. I would say Braveheart, coming down off the mountain.
Collins double next on the inside, and then comes Falco. They race away from the second and head on up now to past the winning first. Strong run.
Unfortunately, Megan and Cindy all came up short. But fortunately, Greg won fourth and final race that we saw, and we broke a little bit more than even. Hence our last big event here in Ireland, the steeplechase.
The Peterson's 99 vacation was to the Ireland nation. We thought it was fun. Meg wants sun, so next year's trip, her creation.
A limerick, my gosh, a limerick here in Ireland with Cindy O'Casey
yes,
in the foreground and King John's Castle in the background.